But now that you have this and now you're up and down the Bay, you're in the music scene, like when did you find out that you could be an artist, like a real artist and kind of like get it there with the big dogs?
You know what? I actually took a break. I paused, and it was because I started having kids.
Yeah.
You know, and I had to I really had to self-search. I had to tell myself, like, look, if I have these kids ain't finna raise themselves.
Come on.
Like, I'm not gonna put my career first and just have my wife struggle with my kids.
Yeah.
So I paused it, and I raised my kids.
Yeah. See, and I'm glad you said that, because stay right there with it, because people, whether you're an artist, whether you play sports, whether, sometimes you're at that fork when you do, get pregnant and you do about to have a baby. So is it you going to raise this baby? You're going to go do your passion? Are you selfish for wanting to go do your passion? Like, you don't, as a kid, having kids, you kind of like sit and you taking it upon yourself by saying, look, I'm going to take a break, take care of my kids, where not a lot of people would have did that, but a lot of people should have did that.
Definitely.
But they don't know in between, where you're such a talent, where like, am I going to lose those talented years? That's your youth.
Straight up.
So when you do have kids, like, are they putting your passion on pause? You took it as like, nah, I got to be, father to my kids.
Right.
And that break could make them break you too.
Straight up.
Because once you do have that break, like for you, when you were taking the break, you were like, man, I could still like write music, and now I got these kids to write about. Was that something that you put into your repertoire like that?
No, well, like I said, when I did come back to the Bay, I was supposed to go back to Hawaii.
Yeah.
And when I did go back to Hawaii, this is, they wanted the industry. Yeah. When I did begin, it was just me. Yeah. There was no lady, there was no kids, nothing.
It was just you.
They only wanted me.
Yeah. So when you go back, it's a different ball game.
Because now I have a child. Mm-hmm. And it's like, look, man, you have your career, you have your dream right here. Let's focus on this. Yeah. Send it back.
Come on.
And let's focus on you.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna do that to my wife and kids.
See, come on,
Straight
people.
Up.
Because people are at that, like people watching this podcast right now are at exactly that point in their lives.
Oh yeah.
Like they're like, they got something hot that's right now. Like, okay, cool.
Right.
Boom. They had a kid.
Right.
Now, what am I gonna do? Still being hot, or just go be a father? Like, we're both fathers. So especially in the Polynesian community, it's something where you better go take care of these kids.
Straight up.
Because you guys don't know, in Polynesia, there's no such thing as a deadbeat dad. There's some cases. Let's not get it twisted. But in our case, the way we was raised, like, we wanted to be good fathers to our kids. And,
definitely.
Whether we had another kid and then another kid, like, okay, now we get a little out of. But after that, we were still good fathers. Like, that doesn't mean that you could just throw away your passion all at once. Right. I think something that you kind of stuck true to the game was still having kids, but say, okay, let me reassess what I'm going to do with this music. Right. Now you kind of like, you're not going to it as a single, kid from Oakland. Now you come into it as now you're a father. Now the lyrics are a little bit different from the first in your first writing to now where you're at now. Like, how do you start implementing the fatherhood aspect into your writing and into your songs going out forward now?
You know what? I didn't. Yeah. I didn't do that because I always like to keep my relationship with my kids very private. Yeah. I want to give that to them.
I'm glad you said that. Is that something big for you to kind of say, look, I mean, I know, especially with social media, it's hard, but it's something that you think being private as your father and, father to son, father to daughter, that you want to keep away from the public eye?
I do because, my kids got to grow up. Yeah. They have to go on with life. I want them to write their own story.
Come on.
So I don't want to like paint this picture of my kids now, and they ain't even have the chance.
Now there's pressure.
Exactly. Yeah. Definitely.